Hey guys, it's Pizza Master 160 here, and today I'm showing you guys part 2 of my APS mod spotlight. So, here I got a big power system going through. Basically, I got all this power coming in. So this energy storage unit, which is getting in about 150 EU per second, so it's pretty nice. It's all coming from this thing behind me, which is going to make me lag insanely. But look at this. You ready? Oh boy, there goes the FPS. Big time. Yeah. So I got the max power plant you can make. It lags a bunch because it's over 1,000 of those rays. Hopefully in the future there's going to be a config setting to disable those rays. But until then, I'm just not going to turn around and my FPS goes back up. Further away I get, kind of a little bit better. So, yeah, the good thing though is that I can actually turn it off if I can get up to fly, which need more FPS to get. There we go. Can actually turn it off if I fly over here and I flip this lever. Come on. There we go. Oh boy, that was painful. Okay. There we go. And I also checked this. The stock textures do that too. So we got a bunch of energy in here. So, I also produced a bunch of lava because I plan on showing you guys how much stuff you can make with a full tank of lava in here. So, that's the end of the episode though. So, now, this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to show off a couple things that I didn't show in the last video. First off, the energy director. Second off, oh boy, how do I say this? Is the Tokamak. It's a Russian word, and it means the toroidal magnetic containment chamber. And basically what it does is it takes deuterium, which is an isotope of hydrogen, out of water, and then it'll convert that into power once it's fusing. So it's a very complex machine. Let's start all the way from here. So, this is my main energy input line. All the energy I ever make will come in from this line and go into this green side. You see the colors over there? It's very subtle. Oops. It's a very subtle little thing. On each side there's colors in the top 4 rivets. It's more, you can see it easier in the stock textures, but if you're using this texture pack, that's where it is. So I got myself over here some fuel, which I'll just drain out into the machines. And I got to whack it with a wrench. Let's do that. There we go. So I got some fuel coming out here. And then over here, I have my power switch for all of my combustion engines. They of course need water. So I'm actually using their power to create the water. And then half the water is going to go into the tank, the other half is going to go to the combustion engines. And water in the tank, I'll flip this valve and it'll go into the refineries. Now, why would you put water in a refinery? Well, this mod adds something called heavy water. If you look up the bucket, it's a heavy water bucket. It's a little bit lighter color than the normal bucket in this texture pack, so it's good to know. So put water, you get heavy water. Heavy water basically is water in a more condensed format. So I'm going to be making that, and then I'm going to put that into this tank, which I'll put into the Tokamak. And then the Tokamak will go into an energy store, and I can open that up and lay it out into here, which will go into there, which will go back into the main line. So I have to find a way to spread out the power, because first I want it to go to this, then I want it to go to my refinery, and then I want it to go to the Tokamak. And the Tokamak needs power to start off, but actually will create its own power and stop requiring power once it starts fusing. So get into that more a bit later, but let's start off. So power goes into the green side, and that comes out these 3 sides. First priority is pretty much the blue side, because I want it to go to make my water, so things don't overheat over here, and the Tokamak gets enough heavy water. So that's the blue side there, and if I click through here, if I'm blue. And now I want it to be priority 1. And then minimum energy. This is basically how much energy you want to give minimum. So the pump requires 10 energy units per water block pumped. But I actually want to limit that so that, because if I give it like 100 energy units, it'll completely drain this infinite water source in like a matter of half a second or so. And then each refinery uses around 10 energy units per tick. I have 5 of them, so I need about 50. So let's say, how about 52? And then the gate energy here means if there's extra energy, how much percent of the extra energy will go in here. So let's keep that with 0 for now at least. And then I have this over here, which has a blue side and a yellow side. On the blue side, I want it to go to the water pump. As I said, I gotta limit the water pump to very low energy, so let's give it no more than 10 energy units and keep the minimum energy to 0. Then if we go over to the yellow side, let's put the gate energy up to 100. So this will give all of its energy to the pump if it has less than 10, and it'll give the rest, which is the gate energy, all to here. Also, there's priority on here, but we don't need that because there's no minimum energy for any other side, so we can keep it all at 1. So for step 2, I want the power to go to the Tokamak. So there's a couple ways we could do this. What I'm going to do is basically I'm going to say the gate energy, it will get 100% on the yellow side. So I'll put it as, so I'm just going to go with gate energy 100. But actually the Tokamak, it works very interesting in an interesting way. It needs 50 energy units per tick at the very least to keep it from cooling itself when it's not fusing. And so I'm going to do that, and then for gate energy, I'll actually leave it at 0 and put the red line here. Actually, wait, did I set the priority? No, I did not. Priority 2. So the heavy water will be produced before the Tokamak gets energy. And then we got priority 2. So then for the red side over here, we're going to put gate energy at 100%, and priority, again, doesn't matter because there's no minimum energy. So this will get all of the extra energy. So at the start here, the Tokamak, it actually needs more energy than 50 energy units per tick to heat itself up. The more the better. So I'm going to open this thing up here, and I can put a power switch pipe here. It's actually from a different mod. It's from additional Buildcraft objects, I believe. So I'll close this off and make it so it all only can go down this line. And then once it's done fusing, I can close this and open this. And I can also open this and turn on this energy storage. But until then, we're going to do that. And I also could just open this up so all of the energy, 50 energy units come in, we could go to there. So let's set this up for the Tokamak to start running. I could get some heavy water in there, but we're going to produce it. So let's start our engines up. We're probably, the more energy we have, the better. So I'm going to put this at about 300 just to start things up. So let's see how this is working. Right now, pretty much all the energy should be going over here. Let me replace this pipe so it's aware. There we go. That's a little bit of a bug. Now it'll go to the pump when it can. If I replace this one too. It says, wait, which side is this? This is blue here. Let me turn off the energy here because I do not want to be wasting energy as this drains this thing fairly fast. If you notice, the heat level went up slightly in Tokamak. It'll actually cool itself down. But yeah, we gotta get this pump working. So which side is this? This is blue. It should be getting 10 energy units. Let's turn our engines on. Why not? It'll be getting more soon enough. And it should be getting, it says it's getting its energy. But I think actually I need to make this a bit further away. So let's do this. I think I might need to golden pipe to connect to the pump, because the lapis pipe will get confused. Shoot. If it has two things connected to it. So let's just do this, and then connect these here. So there we go. Get that in there. Get that there. And again, blue side, 10 energy units. Oh shoot. 10. And the yellow side, and it's got a diagram here if you don't want to look at the picture. The yellow side, gain energy 100. So let's give that another try. Now it's receiving energy and it's pumping water. Great. Except it's pumping too much water. So let me get some water sources on my hot bar just to fix this. Just for the time being. Because the pump is going to want to run. Oh shoot, I was in create mode. The pump is going to want to run really fast, as you can see. So let me see if I can't keep it still. And as you guys see, it pumps up really fast. I don't know if that is actually a bug. Could be. Let me see if I get a normal wooden pipe. Wooden conductive pipe. That changes. But unfortunately, there's no way to actually limit the energy to less than that. So let's see if it's gonna, yep, it's gonna suck it up. But it'll fill up the tank very quickly. In fact, let's make the tank only go up to there. So it'll just fill it in really quickly. Come on, just drain it out. Yep, there we go. Almost full. And I guess it'll fill the tank up before it gives water to the engines. Which is, there we go, tank's full. Now it's pumping water to the engines. I think that might actually be a bug with Buildcraft when it's connected to a tank. It has no buffer, so it'll just go as fast as it can. That's interesting. So there we go. Now it's acting like an actual infinite water source, filling in before it takes more out. So good. Now we do not have any energy actually left over for the, it looks like I missed a pipe down here. Oh, yep, I did. Let's just put a lever here. No, I don't want a lever. Let's get some red wire. There we go. There. So, that might be a bug with Buildcraft itself. Actually, that's very interesting. But, yep, the tank is full. Now we can open the valve and give power to the refineries. And let me check if actually the refineries are supposed to be getting power. So you can see here, the bar actually will fill up. If we look at the side, it fills up with the energy it has. So that's interesting. And the hotter the engines get, the more energy it'll produce. So let me actually turn this back on. Should be getting a fairly steady supply. We're getting 500, so let's limit that. I actually changed the wrong bar. The top is energy in, so I was limiting that instead of energy out. Let's limit this to 100. About 100, so that's good. So now we should be getting enough energy to run the refineries. Maybe not. Guess we need some more energy for the blue side. So let's change that from 50 to 60. See how the refineries take to that. Still not enough. Well, we're getting a little bit of heavy water if you guys look here. If I drain them all out. Getting a slight bit of heavy water. That's good. But looks like we're actually going to need more energy to run the refineries. And we are actually not getting enough energy in to even get any energy to the Tokamak, which is really not good. So that's the problem. This Tokamak, to get this thing started, oh man, it takes up so much energy. But there we go. So let's open this valve. If you notice, heavy water fills up really quickly. Fills up the bar. So as you can see in the Tokamak, it says we're getting 0 energy in and 0 out. So we need to fix that. Let's check the bars in here. Let's check the blue bar. The blue bar is full. We're getting a full 72. The yellow says we should be getting 52. So let's reset the piping here. And there we go. And also for the red side's getting a slight bit of good energy. So we're getting about 20 energy in. That's not good enough to actually, it's not good enough to resist, to make it heat up. So let's change that here. Let's see how much we're getting in now. Almost 50. Still not quite enough. So let's raise this bar to almost 200. Now how much are we getting? Fair. Good 80. And you see the degrees Celsius bar is raising. So that's good. Getting a slight surplus in our tank. And I'm going to regret this, but I have to flip this on. Oh boy. Just won't look in the direction of this plant. We should not lag. If I give it a second here. There we go. So now we should be getting a bunch more energy in. Yep, we're getting 170, so that's very good. So it's heating up really fast, and it should be fusing within a few seconds. And actually, if I just do this little trick here, if I turn on OpenGL, then just turn it off. Oops, not fancy. Off. Then there, maybe. Okay, no. So we're still going to be lagging a bit. Sorry, guys, but this machine needs a bunch of energy. Okay. Our power surplus has actually run out now. So the bar is not going anywhere. To fix this, one thing I can do is can quite simply steal some power from the refineries. And then we get about 60 in. And we're not actually going to be using the water yet. So it's okay if the refineries aren't running full out. In fact, I can also install a power switch pipe here with a lever on it. If I can find a lever. Where's lever? There we go. Put a lever on it. And then the refineries won't be powered, but we're getting 85 in. So massive amounts of energy are needed to get this started. But once we get started, it's going to be producing great source of energy for us. So that's heating up. I'm going to go actually and fill up the tank we have over here with some heavy water just to get us started off. So I'll be right back when it's fusing. So while this is heating up, I probably should go into how this works. So the Tokamak, as I said, it extracts, how do I say that? It extracts deuterium, which is an isotope of hydrogen, from the water. So basically its fuel is actually water. And let's see how our combustion engines are doing without looking backwards. They're doing fine. They got water and everything and fuel. It's good. Produce a bit of energy. So basically, to get this to fuse, if we look over here, it needs to be supplied with at least 50 energy units per tick, or else it'll naturally cool itself. And then the other energy will go into heating it up. So once it's heated up, the fusing box will check, and it'll start producing energy. It'll be very slow at first, but eventually it'll produce up to 500 energy per tick. So you need to connect this lapis pipe to it, or else it'll only get 25. Just restriction with normal wood and redstone. You need a bit higher energy. And if you give it redstone signal, it'll continue fusing, so it'll need to keep giving it water, but it'll not output any energy. So it's good. Basically, this thing will never explode, so you want it to get as high as it can. If we see here, we're almost fusing, and it's just about there. And once it starts, I've actually got to go and enable the refineries. There we go, we're fusing, and look at all the water we're using. So we're using that water really fast. If you look here,